even after an impressive first half from Real Oviedo, of course, last team place. Let's not forget that, Barcelona fans, before you get ahead of yourself that this was a good game, it's still last place Oviedo, and let's be honest, you struggled the whole first half. Oviedo even had chances, players like Hassan were piping up the whole time, but of course it wasn't enough. Barcelona go back to first place. Yes, they do. They unfortunately do once again, and I would say Oviedo in the second half basically gifted Barcelona those two first goals. We're going to talk about the first half, of course. Firstly, then the second half, and Lamine Yamal's wonder goal, which was crazy. The bicycle kick was honestly crazy. Shout out to Lamine Yamal, which didn't particularly have a great game. Neither did Rafinha, but both get on the score sheet with Dani Olmo as well. Seeing Barcelona win 3-0. Yeah, GG's Barcelona, Real Oviedo. Once again, really surprising first half. They did lose 3-0 in the end, but I gotta give credit to them for that first half, okay? They were threatening you. They definitely didn't come to lose in the first half. Unfortunately, I think the quality and technical ability, once again, and the stress. You have to understand, this is a last place team in the Liga. I think they were a bit over the top from the first half, and it just showed they were stressed out. They were not confident in the second half, and once they conceded that first goal to Olmo, it was just the floodgates open. I said even before the game, with the people that also watch, Real Madrid from Football Chaos and Barcelona, of course, I said once the first goal goes in, Barcelona have won the game. And unfortunately, the first goal, we have to talk about it. Barcelona, in my opinion, were given the first goal and the second goal as well. Rafinha, good chip, once again, good finish by Dani Olmo. But these two, man, such a simple mistake in the defense sees Barcelona take the lead. And after that point, I just knew. After almost goals, I just knew, man. We have chatters coming in as well. Lamine Golasso, bad day for you. Yeah, bad day for you. Really bad day, yeah. Oviedo on the counter looked more threatening than us with hella possession. I do agree, especially in the first half. You were much better in the second half, of course. This is really similar, actually, to the game with Real Madrid and Levante last week. Which, first half, Real Madrid was basically like incompetent to create anything. We are still holding the ball a lot of the time, like you were, of course. But Levante was doing more than us actually in the game, and they surprised us. Even though, of course, you don't expect that from Real Oviedo or Levante. But that second half, yeah, that was just dominant. That was dominant, and Real Oviedo lost confidence. Of course, you lose confidence. 1 goal, 2 goals go in. And it was a free-for-all at that point. I'm surprised, to be honest, that Lewandowski or other guys didn't score a goal. Yeah, I would have thought Barcelona would finish on maybe 4, even 5 goals. The first goal was thanks to Lamine pressing, but the second was given. Yeah, good pressing by Lamine, once again, but it's still a mistake. Jackson, you know what I mean? I think Barcelona fans, yes, Lamine was pressing, even though he and Rafinha, they both had a stinker of a performance in the first half. In my opinion, both of them were atrocious. The same goes for Cancelo. Even Gerard Martin was not great. You just had nothing to do, especially in those first 25. You were a bit more confident. Even Rafinha had a chance in the 45th minute, the volley in that near post. But other than that, the first half, I wouldn't even rate Barcelona overall. Like, I don't know, maybe a 5. I don't know, what would you rate Barcelona in the first half, Chad? That's all I'm gonna say about the first half, because I think I already said enough about Oviedo. Oviedo, I have to give props, because that first half, I didn't expect anything. Genuinely, Chad. I won't even lie, Lewandowski and Olmo should have gotten 2 goals respectively. Yeah. Yes, Lewandowski, especially that last chance in the 93rd minute when the referee blew the whistle. Stinkers, yes. Vamos Barca, what's up, mess? Post-match reaction now as well. My boy ISKO is growing as a YouTuber. Yes, sir. With Barca players, do you think are overrated or glazed? Well, some of them, like Joao Cancelo being a good signing. I just think you see what I mean in that first half. The first half, Barca was horrible. Yes, I do agree. I just think Barca was too arrogant, which pisses me off. Yes, you definitely underestimated Real Oviedo. You were saying lonely at the top yesterday, right? Say it now, go ahead. I mean, lonely at the second, bro. Lonely at the second. 5 out of 10 performance. Easily the transition that Oviedo had me on my seats because the team in crucial moments turn off. Yes. Especially the defense, bro. Like Hassan, I gotta give props to because that first half, of course. Second half, he was quiet. But that first half, he was doing something at least. He was shooting on the goal. He was giving problems to both Gerard Martin and Cancelo. Even, I have to say, Casado and Frenkie de Jong in that first half, you could see how much of a miss Pedri is in that team. That only mattered, though, in the first half, once again. Second half, we gotta get into because those 2 goals, okay, maybe the first goal, I was a bit too harsh on Barca being given, but still, they have to do better. But what do you expect from a last place team? Oviedo then started to play on the back foot completely. They weren't pressing at all. They had basically no chances. I maybe can think of one in the second half. So yeah, Barcelona completely took over the game. Rafinha, Olmo, and then Flick started to make changes. Koundé, Balde came on. Fermin Lopez, Marc Bernal, and Rooney Bargi, which Rafinha scored. Then he immediately came off. I think that's a good decision. That was a good decision because Rafinha didn't have a great game. The finish was great, good chip. But yeah, that goal was definitely given. And the substitutions, they were okay. Fermin Lopez was a bit he underperformed in my opinion. But once again, Alejandro Balde this season, I have to say, has been nothing short of disappointing for you Barca fans. In my opinion, he's been genuinely a shadow of himself from last season, which was, I don't know, man. Once again, he goes into the game, he gets into these attacking positions where you accept him to do something great for Barcelona, and then he just either messes up a pass, he takes too much time on the ball. I don't know, man. Alejandro Balde, once again, not a good game from him. Bernal was okay in my opinion, and Rooney Bargi, he came on in the 80th minute when the game was done, so not too much to rate from his standpoint. But I think Flick did okay in this game. The same for Barcelona. I just think that the second half, the only like really great thing in my opinion was that you guys actually held on to the ball. You didn't give Oviedo basically nothing in that second half. And yeah, Lamine Yamal's bicycle kick, fast. Lamine Yamal's bicycle kick is genuinely crazy, bro. Football Carnage is ready to yell. Facts. He was celebrating like he will stay there forever. I mean, I had to celebrate. Lonely at the top for one day, I'm gonna take it. Look, Rafi and Cancelo up in that first half. It was crazy. Hassan looked super threatening. Then they faded away. Yeah. That first goal from Dani Olmo, I said already. Yeah, that completely finito Real Oviedo. We call Balde and Koundé Baldidi and Koundidi this season. They have been nothing but liabilities. Yes, especially defensively. Koundé and Balde defensively. Oh my goodness, man. Because we know what they can do in those attacking positions. But once again, when they do nothing in attack and they perform like they do on defense, oh my goodness. Our fullbacks have horrible defending skills this season for some reason. Yeah, Koundé is a shadow of himself. The same goes for Koundé. And I mean, Eric Garcia, you saw that in the first half. Eric Garcia cannot support Lamine Yamal attacking-wise. And Lamine Yamal in that first half was genuinely doing too much. He was doing too much. He was overdoing things. He was trying to force the pass or force, beating players. He needs somebody that can help him and that right back. And people were telling me Cancelo was going to be that guy for Lamine Yamal. But that wasn't the case at all. Lamine Yamal was left alone on that right side in the first half and he was doing nothing. He outperformed his first half performance in the second half by flipping 50%. Casado needs to be sold. Sell him to Atletico Madrid for 30 million. Oh my goodness. Wow. Balde dribbling 3 players and brings nothing at the end. Just useless. He does all that for nothing. That's exactly my point. Balde does every single thing right in attack apart from the most important thing, which is the final finish of the chance. If it's a finish at goal, if it's him shooting, if it's him crossing, if it's him passing, beating players, he always loses the ball or puts in the wrong cross or the wrong ball. And I don't know, man. Cancelo wasn't nothing short of, once again, disappointing. But hey, man, I said it before the game as well. I expect nothing from Cancelo. But yeah, I have to big this up, man. This is... Wait, I'm gonna get into that. This guy, the bicycle kick, fast. Not a great game, but fast. This is shameless, though. I feel sorry for Real Oviedo. Imagine getting robbed by the so-called big team called Barcelona. Okay, bro. I mean, yeah, Barcelona is a small team. Hey, man. But that's not a penalty, okay? That's definitely not a penalty, okay? I am not going to be shameless. Juan Garcia got that first. Yes, he does touch him. Never a penalty. Please don't be shameless. Please don't be shameless. Now, I want to big up, once again, the manager of this team. They weren't set up to play like some bumps in the first half or even in the second half. They were genuinely set up to give Barcelona a game. And that's what we saw in the first half. Thank you for keeping our spot warm for us. Shush, man. Koundé must have gotten depression or some at this point. Put Araujo right back and pray. Araujo right back. Oh my goodness, you hate Koundé. Barcelona fans, if you're watching this, by the way, as a stream, of course, let me know in the chat now. But if you're watching this as a video, as a playback, let me know down below in the comments what you think about Balde and Koundé's, how would you even say it, downfall from last season and underperforming constantly. Did I just hear Barcelona as a small team? I gotta get it in there. Come on, bro. Cancelo is just Balde, but from Portugal. Even worse. I think Cancelo offers less than Balde, in my opinion. Lamine had a good game, by the way. No, he didn't. Lamine didn't have a good game. Come on, man. Let's not be shameless. See, this is my problem with you guys. Yes, Lamine scored. Yes, Rafinha scored. But they didn't have a great game. They just didn't have a great game. Okay? Let's be honest, guys. They didn't have a great game, especially in the first half. Rafinha was poor today. Lamine was much, much better. He did way more on the ball. He beat his man at least in the second half. And he scored that way better goal than Rafinha did. Rafinha goals was basically, if you don't finish, that would be a huge chance missed. So Rafinha was definitely worse than Yamal. Yeah. The most disappointing players, though, from Barcelona were definitely Cancelo, Gerard Martin, and Lewandowski. Even the fullbacks that came on. But yeah, the substitutes I'm not really going to count. Lewandowski getting 90 minutes against this poor defense at Real Oviedo, which has been, honestly, the worst side in LaLiga in, oh my goodness, 11 goals scored, 34. It once again shows Lewandowski is truly finished. I gotta say, Lewandowski is truly finished. Okay? Agree to disagree. Okay, we can agree to disagree, bro. La Liga is shit, though. These teams have nothing, no tactics. All they do the whole game is park the bus. But they tried. In the first half, you gotta say, they were trying to push up, you know? They were trying. Of course, the quality is not there. So they can't really, you know, they can't really expect to be attacking because they don't have the fitness. They usually don't have the quality to keep the ball. And you get tired. That's what happened to Real Oviedo, unfortunately for Real Madrid fans, of course. Fortunately for you guys. But he won the ball in the first goal. Come on now. And he got an assist and a goal. Assist? Lamine Yamal got an assist? Hell no, he didn't. He didn't, bro. Olmo had a better game, in my opinion. He was your best midfielder. He scored a goal, really good goal. And he assisted Lamine Yamal. 100 rupees from Rahul. Thank you so much, bro. Make sure to drop a message. Come on, man. At least drop a message. W Rahul, though. W Rahul. Thank you so much, broski. Thank you so much with the 100 rupees once again. W, man. Thank you so much. Liva, Casaro, Cancelo were Sommet. Yes, Casaro once again underperforming massively. Liva needs to learn how to speak Arabic. This guy is done. He needs to pack his bags for Saudi League. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, the Omo goal, it was him, bro, who assisted. No, assisted. I mean, assisted. He pressed that guy and he made a mistake of... I get what you mean. It's not here as an assist, but I get you what you mean. But that goal is the highlight of his game. He didn't have the best game, okay? He was just okay. He was okay. But once again, the midfield, I gotta say, Casaro and Frenkie de Jong, they are not the same without Pedri. Especially Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong, once again, he does this turn around, yeah, do my little passes. But when Pedri is not there, Frenkie in La Liga, I'm not saying against smaller teams flipping, I don't know, Copa del Rey or against Slavia Prague, he wasn't great. He was. But this game, he needed Pedri. He definitely needed Pedri. Man like Ellen DeGeneres scoring in back-to-back matches was not in my 2026 bingo list. Yeah, Dani Olmo on form, you know. Never mind, bro, he didn't get an assist. I know. Not a good game for Yamal. You are right about that, though. Yeah, especially first half. I gotta give him props because he was much better in the second half. But this wasn't a convincing win by Barcelona. That first half, in about 40 minutes, you were genuinely going band for band against Real Oviedo. So that's definitely not a good game. But you get to win. Real Madrid, of course, go back to second, unfortunately. But the next games, this is where it's going to be, you know, That Elche game is the one that I'm counting on. One last thing I want to mention once again is that Real Oviedo gotta hold the second division. That's for sure. But Barcelona, if you keep performing like this, I gotta say, I am becoming a little bit more confident. I am becoming a little bit more confident because I know we played against Villarreal yesterday. We were not great, but we still won 2-0. You were not great against Oviedo. Oviedo is genuinely awful. Oviedo is an awful team. So that's the last thing I wanted to say. This game doesn't really scare me or like put me down. I think this was a indicator once again. If Pedri is not playing, which is gonna be the case for at least a month from now on, you are gonna struggle. And that Elche game is really important. Of course, if you win, I think you're gonna be up there for a long time, because that Elche game is a really tough game, and after that you have a really easy schedule. Pedri is truly a metronome. FDJ needs someone like Pedri to be beside him, to be class, otherwise he's just okay. Exactly my point. I think he goes from a really good midfielder to a really standard just LaLiga midfielder, yeah. 100 rupees once again from Rahul. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. W Rahul, man. W Rahul. Okay, chat. I think we covered everything I wanted to cover from this game. Yeah, great film for Barcelona, even not performing that well in the first half, of course. Real Oviedo unfortunately conceded the second goal, of course, by a really bad mistake. But once again, Rafinha was there to punish it. Yeah, we are winning the league low-key. I hope so. That Elche game is going to be really tough for you guys. So yeah, Barcelona went 3-0, of course. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to get the last message here. FDJ and Bernal should be enough to handle most of these fixtures. Just praying don't sell us. Of course, yeah. I mean, they should be able to. Yeah, their talent should be able to. But once again, Elche are having a great season, so maybe they can do something. Chat, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this as a video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down below your opinion on the game. One Clásico to play for, we definitely winning. Box, I hope so. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in